So 2 years ago to the day, July 13th, I received my first vision from God, which is absolutely relevant to the retreat I just went to Thursday, Friday, Saturday of this last week. So I went back and I rewatched the video, and I definitely misremembered certain things. I was feeling like there were two different events, and it was not. It was one whole cohesive vision, which was really cool re-listening to it. But also, I had to giggle because when I'm listening to it now, I feel like there's different depth of understanding. But then at the end of the video, I talked about being somewhat skeptical about the prophetic, which is hilarious because now I kind of do everything out of the prophetic. And I have no doubt about where the words are coming from and who is influencing it. And so it's just kind of amazing to see the growth that has taken place in 2 years. And I don't know, I'm looking forward to being able to share the rest of my reflections from this retreat, because there's so much, and especially listening back to that I had witnessed then 2 years ago. It's like, oh, all of these pieces fit. So it's just really cool. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of reshare that video. Throughout the week, I'll be releasing kind of in smaller chunks parts of my testimony and how it all relates to my experience in that retreat that I went to. So it's going to be a little bit different of a week. I'm hoping to do it kind of daily, but as you can tell, I'm in the kids' rooms because the little one won't leave me alone. So we'll see how all that works out. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the reflection, like looking back in time and rehearing what my first vision ever was. What I just experienced has to be recorded because it was profound, and I know that I'm going to need to remember it again. The past 3 days, I finished journaling about it today. Today's July 13th, 2024. And the past few days have just been a whirlwind of having to acknowledge my weakness and where I'm struggling and how much I can't find the energy on my own. I can't fix my health issues on my own. Like, it's just been a real reckoning, followed by true surrender. Do nothing and let God create out of the void. And so anyway, I'm writing, and all of a sudden Johnny and I are talking, and he's got these different visions that felt conflicting with mine, and all of a sudden I start feeling defensive. Well, I can't have a vision like that because I don't want it to be what I want. I want it to be what God wants. I want it to be, and so he's simply in a different place than me, and I know I am now starting to respond out of this anxiety. And well, how do we make that happen? What am I supposed to do? And I stopped. I decided to calm down, and Johnny and I are fine. It wasn't an argument or anything. It just, I started feeling weird. And so I put on some music, just instrumental. I think it was piano music. And I close my eyes and I pray. And I asked God to protect my heart and to, I don't remember all of how I worded it, but basically to take away the way my body was responding and all of the stressors and the anxiety and pressure that I'm putting upon myself, to take those away, and then to protect me and my relationship with my husband and my family and our ministry. And I again prayed that His will fully, that I give Him full control. And as I closed my eyes, I had the clearest vision No, Donna, you're not crazy. God gave me a vision. And I am standing on top of a mountain, arms stretched out, looking up. And then all of a sudden, I'm in this tight, squeezed up space. And there's a crack in what appears to be like a shell, like a chrysalis. You're about to emerge as a butterfly. And this crack shows light. And all of a sudden, I let go of the expectation, my will. I let go of my will, and out explodes this magnificent light. This kaleidoscopic rainbow of light. And again, I am standing, arms outstretched, looking up, realizing that this light that has emerged is God's light shining through me. And there is this connection. I am this most beautiful being. We are so beautiful. Once we let go of the shell of all of the world, we are so beautiful. God has made us so beautiful, and without that direct connection to God, that beauty is not there. With all of the world hiding it, that beauty is not seen. But there is this direct connection, and I stand in the light, and I feel I am the light, but the light is Him. He is me. He is in me and through me and connected to me, and it is peace and joy and this breaking and flood of pure emotion and this release. Oh, the release. I don't have to do a thing to be that beautiful, calm, godly, light to the world type of woman. I have to do nothing except let God create. And this changes everything. This changes everything. Because there is no pressure. There is very simply wait upon the Lord and what He brings, and work with willing hands. Seek the resources. Wait upon the Lord and work with willing hands. Proverbs 31 gives a great example of a godly woman, right? A good Christian woman. I use those terms synonymously. But the type of woman that reflects God's glory and the attributes of Christ. The type of woman that is a worthy bride of Christ. And that's what I strive to be. Thank you. That's who I am. Because I have to do nothing but be with God and let God flow through me. That's already who I am. I have to let go of what I am putting on me. And as I was trying to explain all of this to Johnny and still kind of experiencing this moment, in this weird smiling, crying state, I explained it as all of this, the skin, this form is the world upon us. It is the limiting factor. It is the thing that keeps us from being who God intended us to be. It is the human condition of sin. And we're kind of stuck in this for a little while, and that's okay. There's a lot we can do in this state. But the point is, the limitations that we find are us. Are what we put upon ourselves, are our expectations, society's expectations, our hopes, our dreams, well, yes and no. The hopes and dreams are sometimes things God has implanted in us to get us to the opportunity to connect with Him and actually make those things occur. No, make those things occur is the wrong word. To connect with Him, to allow Him to create those things. That's really what it is. I did write this in there. I will fail. That's a guarantee. My will, my ability will fail. But God never fails. And in my vision, God is in me, through me, with me, part of me, surrounding me. There is no tiny piece that is not completely permeated with God. And God never fails. So if I can let go of all of the stuff I'm putting on me and just let God create out of the void, God never fails. And what God creates, what God speaks into existence, comes to be. Period. It's a guarantee. So I just gotta shut up and let God speak. And which is funny to say as I'm sitting here recording myself talking, but it's profound. It does. It changes everything. And as I get to thinking about it, all this week have been reminders of these words of prophecy. I got to be part of a prophetic event, and I'm a skeptic. Does God really speak through people still? In a sense that, one person can tell me something about me that God told them, right? And I don't know. I always wondered if it was kind of like fortune tellers, you just make up this vague thing that, well, God tells us in the Bible these things, so He's saying it to you, which then minimizes the impact of that, because that's not what I am intending to do. That God does that. And it's profound when it happens still. So they're different things. Anyway, I never gave credibility. We'll put it that way. I don't feel like I ever gave it credibility. But I went. And I was told a prophecy that I think she actually used the example of a butterfly in a cocoon, that I am on the precipice and about to finally break free into a new creation, is kind of how I understood it. I don't remember exactly what she said. I wrote it down. But it feels the tightest and the most pressure right before the breaking point, the opening of it. And in my vision, that was it. The tight pressure, and then the release and the opening, and the beauty is revealed. And it's nature reflects God. The butterfly really is that perfect example, because it's true. It takes in and takes in and takes in. As a caterpillar, it eats and eats and eats and eats. As we grow and develop, we're taking in and taking in and taking in and trying to figure it out. And we're growing and growing and growing until finally we get to a point where we have to stop. And that's when the caterpillar is in the cocoon. And as we continue to grow within these confines that we create from all of our taking in and all of our absorbing of ideals, I guess, we create these walls, these boundaries around us.
And the moment that God transforms us, because how else do you describe a caterpillar suddenly sprouting wings out of incredible colors and this texture and shine? Anyway, okay, I digress. How else do you explain that besides God touched it? And so when God transforms it, transforms us, we finally break free of all of that. And we are released. And we are gorgeous. Because God transformed us. To see myself as God sees me has been a prayer for years. And He allowed me that vision today. Thank you.